Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Welcome back to some of you, and nice to meet you for the new ones. My name is Pierluigi Setti. I'm Export Sales Manager at Bardiani Valvole. So, personally, I had the opportunity to travel across many countries, from Europe to South America, South Asian countries, and Pacific area, meeting customers, visiting factories, learning and understanding process, but above all, understanding how much is important the reliability of the components installed over there. When you think about one valve, when it fails, at least one line stops, sometimes even the whole process. So what does it mean? It means downtime, product lost, money lost, even sometimes in the worst case scenario, compromised safety. So that's why today, with this webinar, as Bardiani, we like to share with you how we deliver our promise, how we keep our commitment every day in every product we make. So in terms of daily agenda, I will start sharing with you how we design and manufacture our valves and what makes them special and reliable over time. Then Mr. Flavio Ravenna, sales manager from Zeiss Group, will bring you through the advanced measurement technologies and solutions that help us to maintain the highest hygiene and sanitary standards. Later on, my colleague Marcin Michalski from Bardiani Service Care will explain you and telling you the after-sales and service activities that help you and grant you to maintain and to get always the best performance from your valves in your real operating environments. So let's start from the beginning, from where our quality starts. So the machining process. All the parts in contact with the product are machined from solid bar with no welds. So specifically AZ316L material. So why this is so important? What does it matter? Because we are able to get stronger and more consistent parts. So this means no welding points, no casting, no weak points. I like always to share this example. One of our customers with a frequency of 2 years, he keeps looking for replacement seals in order to keep his line running. Well, the best part, the interesting part is that these seals belong to valves that Bardiani sold in the 1994. So this means 31 years. And I can assure you that this is not a unicorn case. This is not a coincidence. This is the result of how we build our products. Well, another important point is the precision, the micron level precision that our sensing machines, we currently have 2021 in our factory, can ensure to the process. I'm talking about down to micron. This is a key factor because higher precision means more reliable performance, better sealing, so no leaks, and longer service life at the end. Surface quality. Surface quality, we are able, thanks to the machining process, to achieve already after the first phase of the manufacturing process an interesting value in terms of internal surface finishes. As standard, we grant lower than 0.8 micron. So higher precision, surface quality, sorry, means that if the surface is smoother, easier is to clean it. Once one of our customer in the pharma sector said that basically they have to follow the GMP regulation. So it means that they have always, mandatory speaking, to swab and test all the surfaces in their plants every year. And our valves, Bardiani valves, are part of the few components that consistently pass the tests without any product residual. Why? Because smoother is the surface and lower is the risk of cross-contamination of product bulk. Sometimes also make more effective the cleaning in place, the CIP. So this is definitely another value add included in our manufacturing process. Last but not the least, flexible material options. Yeah, because I talk about AZ316 cell material as standard, but based on the specific requirements from our customers linked to their real application, we can also propose SAF 2507, 2205, Astelloy, 904L, so a really wide range of options that are part of the, I like to call it our Bardiani flexibility package. And the interesting part is that we do not need any minimum purchase required quantities. We can even design and propose you one single valve with this material. Okay, so now let's a quick look behind the scene and see what happens after the machining, included also some few but key factors related to our products. Okay. So here our Bardiani valves are taking shape. I measured and the bars, and then the process starts with the cutting. So the parts are ready to be manufactured through our high precision CNC machines. So we machine both bodies and shutters up to the semi-finished parts, because we keep them on stock in our warehouses in order always to grant an efficient and performance lead time to our customers. We have also vertical automatic warehouses where we keep individual seals or complete service kits. And then the valves are finalized after the order confirmation receiving through the boring operation, the welding phase, and the polishing. Well, as mentioned, our internal surface finish after the machining is already lower than 0.8 micron, but for a dedicated request, specifically for pharma sector, in most cases, we can reach 0.4, 0.2 micron. Everything passes always through the quality checks, external and internal, assembly, and packing phase. Okay. So high quality, of course, doesn't come only from the machining. It's an important part, but another important part I would say is the step-by-step prototyping quality control. This means that basically for dedicated solutions or for new type of valves, we process a step-by-step quality control, starting from the incoming material checks through the in-dimension quality checks with tight tolerances until the full 100% final inspection. So we are really sure, if we talk about one project, because we can propose this also based on one single project, that really the first valve is exactly the same, even with similar tolerances compared to the last one. So that's this means really a consistent quality. Well, everything wouldn't be possible without the right partners. So we choose them as much carefully as we design our products. And one of them, one of the most strategic ones, I would say, that is Carl Zeiss group. So together, we've been implemented their high precision quality metrology tools into our quality assurance process. And we're really sure that each valve is within the tolerances, the micron, based on the design specifications. Well, I still remember the first time that I've seen this Zeiss machine in our factory, and I would say that it was like looking at a movie science fiction, because it was scanning slowly this small component, part of a bigger mixture valve. So only after I realized that really every details, every micron counts, because this means really to have a much reliable performance and higher performance, consistent one, and at the end of the day, even a longer service life. But now I would like to leave the floor to Flavio, that will explain you who is Zeiss Group and what's the important part in the partnership with Bardiani Valvole. Over to you, Flavio.
Thank you. So thank you so much, Pierluigi, for the opportunity to be here with you to this nice webinar. So first of all, very welcome also from my side to all of you. I'm Flavio Ravenna, and I'm working for Zeiss Group for the Italian branch as a complex solution sales manager. So, well, to who does not know yet what is Zeiss? Zeiss is an international company, German one, was founded more than 175 years ago. And we operate in different many business, everything linked together by core idea. So basically, the idea is to show to the human being what is not possible to see by the naked eye. So we decline this main concept in different divisions. We have 4 different divisions. The first one is the semiconductor manufacturing technology, which is the biggest. And so basically, all the chips that we have in our smartphone, iPad, computer are made with this technology, which is a patent from Zeiss, and it's made by a very big pack of extremely precise lens that make the laser ray thinner to create the chips. Then we have another part of the company, which is the industrial quality research, which is the one that we're talking today, that provide equipment to the industry to quality assurance. And we have the division of the medical technology that provide devices to help the doctor to perform surgeries. And then we have the most common, which is the consumer market that provide lens, sunglasses, glasses, cameras, and so on. So another important things that I would like to underline for Zeiss is that we are really extremely committed on the research and development. So innovation is really our DNA, and this is witnessed by the fact that we invest more than 50% of our revenues yearly in research and development, leading to a high number of patent applications. So we really believe in innovation and in new products and in technologies. Okay, speaking a little bit more deeper about our division, the Industrial Quality Solution, this is our worldwide footprint. We are established basically in every developed country in the world, and we have more than four production sites: India, China, US, and Germany, and we are more than 5,000 people working worldwide. So, concerning solution, we can offer to our customer basically every technology that the state of art can offer right now in terms of quality assurance. We have the CMM, the coordinating measuring machine, that are the, let's say, old technology, but which is still right now the more precise, and basically the machine can check the part touching it and measuring it by touching it. Then we have the optical scanner, which is an extremely fast technology that can scan automatically the surface of a part, or a small part, but also a big part, so can measure very fast even a whole car. Then we have X-ray technology, that is computer tomography, that use X-ray to inspect the inner part of the workpiece, so we can check what is inside without, let's say, opening. So it's used for check porosity or defect inner part during the assembly and so on. Then we have, of course, microscope, both light microscope and electron microscope. And all these solutions can be installed in laboratory, standalone, or directly in a production line, in a completely automated line to check 100% of the part very, very fast. On top of that, we have our suite of software that helps the customer to get the measuring data, to use the CMM or the machine, the equipment, and to get 100% from them. Concerning application, so basically, whoever produce a part can potentially be a Zeiss customer, a Zeiss partner. We can use our equipment to every part of the dimension, so starting from the tiny part of small components that are installed in the PCB, up to a huge, for example, blade for a turbine wind motor. And also concerning resolution precision, we can go down up to the nanometer, which, believe me, are really small. So in terms of our, let's say, the benefit that customer can get from our solution, we are able to leveraging the product innovation by checking, inspect, and make it more precise. Then we can increase the efficiency of the products of our customer, again with a high quality. And we can also optimize the production processes of our customer by, for example, scrap reduction or making inspection faster. Another things that I would like to share with you today is the importance of the services for us. We really believe that the important things today is to create partnership, to give to our customer not just equipment, but a whole solution together with all the services, support, training that our consulting that our customer could need. And so we're really looking for a partner to make a partnership with our customer. And speaking about partnership, I would like to spend some words with our strategic partnership that Zeiss created with Bardiani Valvole. So as we already see today, quality assurance is a key factor for Bardiani Valvole, and this is witness again to the fact that Bardiani Valvole choose to install a Zeiss Contura inside their metrology room. This could bring Bardiani Valvole to an automatic inspection control without the influence of the human operator. And using the most precise technology in the world concerning inspection with the Zeiss Vascode, with active scanning, which is extremely precise. And also is extremely flexible, this technology, and can give to Bardiani the possibility to check the 100% of the feature in their products and parts. So these are some example. For example, the regulating valve body, which has a tiny hole on the bottoms, and they need to check the diameter and the concentricity. And this is something that was not possible by the operator with normal, let's say, tools, and is done by CMM with Zeiss Contour. Then another example is the butterfly valve paddle, which must be controlled and checked 100% in a very fast way. So we together, Bardiani and Zeiss, could set up an application to check every paddle in a row very fast. And another example, the high pressure valve with all these tiny holes, and this again was measure that was not possible by the operator, not just the diameter, but also the radius distance of the holes, one between each other. So this is just some customer worldwide. So thank you for your attention, and I think that we can leave to next.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I'm Marcin Michalski, after sales expert and trainer at Bardiani Valvole. And in these few minutes, I'd like to share how our after sales and service strategy plays a key role in ensuring the long-time reliability of our valves, even years after installation. Let's start with something simple but essential: spare parts. All Bardiani spare parts are certified and made in Europe, coming from trusted suppliers that meet our strict quality standards. We maintain an organized stock and guarantee delivery within 48 hours, even for valves that are no longer in production. This ensures business continuity and reduces the risk of extended downtime. Reliability continues through availability of spare parts over time. For example, there is a big international corporation from the beverage and soft drinks industry that has Bardiani manifolds of leak-proof valves that are over 30 years old, and they still order original spare parts to do the maintenance. Next is safety, a priority for any production facility. That's why we offer hands-on training for your in-house maintenance teams, either on site or at Bardiani headquarters. We guide operators step by step on how to safely disassemble and reassemble valves, reducing the risk of mistakes, injuries, and product contamination. For example, me and my colleague Piergiorgio Ramponi, whom is our maintenance leader, we did an online training for a customized mix-proof valve connected with a customer from the other side of the world. We do many hands-on trainings with different customers from Italy that come here to our headquarters, as well as with an even bigger frequency for customers from abroad. We can conduct these trainings in many other languages, except the obvious English and Italian. We can conduct them in Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Chinese, Polish, and Serbian. With scheduled technical support, we can help you keep your systems running at maximum efficiency. Our service team can work with you to carry out interventions during planned shutdowns, reducing the risk of unscheduled stops. We have a branch in Canada, Bardiani, Canada, that covers both the USA and Canada. Our Canadian service team carries out trainings online, trainings on customer site, and does the maintenance when requested. We also have many partner companies worldwide that can conduct all of these services, mostly in Europe, but there are some interesting developments on this subject in South America and in Southeast Asia as well, with such a service becoming ever more global. Let me give you a real-world example of maintenance that we conduct on a regular basis, Parmalat. They rely on our Bardiani Care program for preventive maintenance on the dairy production line. Our technicians carry out the maintenance during scheduled downtimes and also supply tailored spare part kits. During this preventive maintenance, we train their internal teams. So when there is an emergency, they can act quickly and with confidence. Additionally, Parmalat benefits from fast spare part delivery and long-term parts availability, even for older models. For example, my colleague Piergiorgio Ramponi, when he handles such a preventive maintenance with other Bardiani technicians, he explains to the maintenance team how to disassemble and reassemble the valve in full security and how to identify the correct service kits. He carries out a complete census of all the Bardiani valves and later on prepares a file Excel with a complete list of valves and their respective service kits. He also informs the customer of how many service kits and actuators, in case of actuators which are not openable, we advise to keep it stock for any possible emergency. To conclude, reliability at Bardiani doesn't end with production. It's built into every phase, from engineering and Zeiss certified quality control to our unique solid bar manufacturing processing, but also guaranteed long-term through our service commitment, which are certified spare parts, technical support, operator training, on-site and off-site maintenance, and long-term spare part availability. Feel free to write the questions in the chat and or reach out to our team after the webinar if you have some specific questions. Thank you very much.
Okay. So thank you, Flavio. Thank you, Marcin. And so as Marcin said, it's a Q&A time. We are at your disposal for the next 10-15 minutes. So if you have any questions, we are available. Okay. First one, for all valves, do you supply only gaskets? I have your valves produced in 1995 and 1996. Can I still find some spare parts for this? So thank you, Aisha, for the question. I would say that Marcin, should be your time to reply.
Sure. Yes, of course. Because as I explained in my presentation, our goal is to extend the life of our valves as much as possible. And therefore, we supply all the service kits of seals and all the mechanical parts that are subject to wear, like actuators and plugs, even for valves that are even 30 years old. So it's exactly like in your case.
Thank you, Marcin. Let's see if there will be further. Okay. Okay, is there a positive impact of Zeiss machine in CO2 reduction? Thank you, Hel, for the question. Interesting question. Flavio, I guess it's your time
Yes.
now.
So actually, this is a nice question. So as Zeiss, we're really committed to CO2 reduction and to create actually a better world to live for our children. So actually, we have two different kind of impact. The first one is, in general speaking, about quality assurance. So better quality assurance process can lead to a reduction of rework, so reduction of consumption, and also to reduce scraps. Again, reduction of scraps of materials. And the second one also is typical from Zeiss because our equipment, our CMN, like the Contour one, has a special device called air savers that helps to save compressed air during the period of downtime of the machine that leads to reduction of consumption and also reduction of money.
Thank you, Flavio.
Welcome.
Okay, next one. Which applications require the internal surface finishes of 0.4, 0.2? Okay, thank you, Jean-Luc. Thank you for the question. So it's my turn, I would say. These specific requirements mainly until now came from pharmaceutical sectors. As I said before, smoother is the surface and easier is to clean it. So if you consider this kind of high quality values, it means that even after years of operation, you can reduce a lot the risk of microorganism development over your surfaces. So this is mainly, again, a requirement that usually comes from pharmaceutical sector. I would also add, in case that we can offer at the same time even a customization in terms of not only parts in contact with the product, but also our pneumatic cylinder, the external surface. Because I remember once we proposed one solution with a roughness finish of 1.6 micron for the external surface of the cylinder. That, of course, has the same purpose of the internal surface for the GMP regulation that I talked before. Okay, next. Hello, which applications are special alloys used? Difference with stainless steel 316L? Thanks. Oh, thanks to you, Chloe, for the interesting question. Okay, should go. Yes. Well, compared to the standard stainless steel, in terms of chemical resistance, of course, the mentioned steels like duplex, super duplex, and Hastelloy, the ones that I mentioned before, have for sure a higher resistance. Specifically, the SAF against the chlorodyne agents. So if we talk about the application, we can mention, we have a couple of reference in terms of water treatment systems, both in the pharma sector again, and even, for example, in the offshore environment. But even we can talk about food and beverage application when you have a CIP or SIP aggressive treatment as well. In terms of the others, like the Hastelloy and NIO4L, for example, they have a higher resistance, in this case, against specific agents or solvents. So we should talk more about chemical sectors and also cosmetic ones. Okay. Okay, next one. Is possible to have training on site at the plant? Which advantages has as end users? Thank you, Andreas, for the question. Marcin, probably it's your turn.
Yes, thank you for the question. Yes, it is one of our main services. So aside from myself, we have a team of 2 trainers that usually perform such an activity on the site. The advantages of such a training as opposed to the training online are improved safety, which can be learned better when tested directly on the valves, which reduces the risk of injuries and accidents. Also, the operators from our customers can learn the practical side of the maintenance, and that decreases the production downtime when the maintenance needs to be done. We also do the complete customization of the training, which is based on the valves that are actually installed on the customer side. And we can perform these trainings directly on these valves.
Okay, thank you, Marcin. So unfortunately, from the direction told me that the time is over. So if we couldn't reply to all your questions, as Marcin said, we will manage them through email in the next days. So what's next? We're happy to announce that the next webinar will be again together with Zeiss, and will take place on 16th of October. That one will be more specific in terms of real-time demonstration about the Zeiss machine Contura in our factory. So if you are interested to see how it takes from real the measurements and also for details in terms of Bardiani quality control, do not miss it. So at the end, thank you again for your time, for your attention, for your ability. We know that your schedule is busy, and so we really appreciate you joining us today. And we hope that you found this session valuable, and we look forward to see you next time. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.